Good evening, League. It's Saturday, week 11 is winding down, and most of these matchups have already made up their minds. A few haven't. That's where I'll spend the time. Quick note from last night before we get to the rosters. Boston went into the Bronx and took one 5-3. I will not pretend that did not bring me a small moment of quiet satisfaction. The Buddha teaches non attachment. I am working on it. Let's start with the closest one on the board. Pete's shitty ass team and tragic hardball are knotted at 5-5. Jose Ramirez is having one of those weeks where everything he hits finds grass. 7 for 17 with a homer, 5 runs, 3 driven in, 2 bags. Drew Rasmussen went 7 innings of shutout ball with 9 strikeouts. That is the kind of line that quietly wins ERA and whip all by itself. Across the aisle, Hunter Goodman is 5 for 15 with 3 homers and 6 RBI, and Logan Webb threw 7 shutout innings of his own. This one is going down to Sunday's box scores. Don't blink. Amarillo Wonder is up 5-4 on Sockers football, and the margin is exactly as thin as it sounds. Shohei Ohtani towed the rubber for the Dodgers. 6 innings, no runs, 6 punchouts, a win. Alec Burleson is 7 for 17 with a homer and 5 RBI. On the other side, Ozzie Albies has 5 RBI and a homer, and Seiya Suzuki has gone deep twice in 10 at-bats. Whichever lineup blinks first tomorrow loses the week. Boss Hogg's Chicken Recipes is down 3-5 against Ace Shira, says JEG. Pasquale. Yordan Alvarez has been the closest thing to a one-man crime spree, 8 for 15 with a homer and 5 driven in. Riley Green right behind him at 8 for 16, 2 homers. The problem is Jackson Churio is doing the same thing in the other dugout, 7 for 17, 2 homers, 8 RBI. And Shohei Ohtani, the batter, the one who hits when he isn't pitching, is 8 for 16. The bats are even. The pitching is mixed. Boss Hogg still has runway. Primetime Jeffrey is sitting on 6-2 over Starla's Supper Club All-Stars. Willie Adames put 3 balls over the wall this week and drove in 6. Dylan Dingler, of all people, is 5 for 9 with 2 homers, a catcher having the week of his life. Starla's has Matt Olson and Brees Turang doing real work, but Jeffrey's lead is thick enough that Sunday is mostly a formality. The 2 blowouts. OnlyFams is up 8-2 on Crush the Return. Kyle Harrison struck out 12. Zach Wheeler went 7 with 8 Ks. Freddie Freeman is at 6 RBI. And Casey Schmidt, of all people, has 3 homers on the week. Crush has Junior Caminero and Spencer Steer swinging hot bats, but you cannot outpitch a Tide. And Acuna Matata is up 8-1 on the creepy leaping base grabbers. Matt Chapman this week, 6 for 17, 3 homers, 12 RBI, 12. Adley Rutschman, 8 for 17, with 7 RBI of his own. As the Buddha once said, you can observe a lot just by watching. The base grabbers have been watching all week. That's the slate. 2 matchups still alive, 4 mostly decided. Everything sorts itself out eventually. This is Roger. May your streamers stream and your closers close.